Would you dare stay the night in an abandoned, haunted hospital? This is Waverly Hills Sanatorium, an abandoned tuberculosis hospital that was built in the 1900s. This structure is located in Louisville, Kentucky, and was designed to accommodate about 50 tuberculosis patients at the time. At this time, tuberculosis, or the White Plague, was a really serious disease. People who were affected with it were isolated from the general public so that they could have a peaceful and serene atmosphere to recover in. Tuberculosis was so contagious and at epidemic proportions, so those living with it could not be allowed to live with the general population. It wasn't known at the time that tuberculosis was actually an airborne disease. Waverly Hills was a self-contained community, and everybody who went there, including the nurses and the doctors, employees, they basically had to say goodbye to the outside world. Once you went to Waverly Hills, you were a permanent resident on the hill. By 1926, they had finished adding on to this hospital and made it to where they could accommodate at least 400 patients at any given time. Approximately 123,000 people are said to have died here before a cure for tuberculosis was eventually found. Before that, patients were undergoing archaic treatments like extreme weather exposure and even surgeries that would temporarily collapse their lungs. It's no surprise that people suggest this is one of the most haunted buildings in the United States. Paranormal activity enthusiasts from all over the world travel here to experience it. One of the most common sightings is a nurse who had hung herself on the 4th floor whenever this was operating, and she still roams the hallways today. There were also plenty of children who were residents here, and it is said that their spirits will still play ball with you. We ended the tour towards the reception and intake area, and this is where families would come and visit and also get checked in. And then at the very end, they took us to the infamous body chute. This is a long, dark hallway where they used to transport all the bodies out of the hospital. It was pretty spooky. And then our tour guide actually brought out a device and was asking the spirits questions, and I'll just let you listen to what the noises that were coming back sounded like here.
What do you want to say to us?
And that was pretty much the end of our 2-hour paranormal tour that we took. And we hit the gift shop on the way out. I did the Zoltar thing. I always love these. And yeah, I definitely recommend checking this out if you're into paranormal activity and stuff like that. It definitely made for an interesting evening with my family.